Hello, welcome to Access. I'm Nathan, and this is a breakdown of the combat in From Software's Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, how it works and how it's different to From's other games like Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Everything we're going to talk about stems from Sekiro's setting and main character, the Wolf. He's a shinobi, trained since young to be the guardian to the divine heir. As such, the combat is built around the shinobi arts. There's a large element of stealth, the use of tools, and a focus on katana sword fighting. Common to all of them, and a sign of Sekiro's Tenchu heritage, is the shinobi death blow. Let's take a look at the stealth first. The Wolf is agile. He has a grapple attached to his shinobi prosthetic arm, and he can jump from a standing start, which is a big departure for a From game. A press of circle has him stepping and dodging in different directions, and he can also hug walls and hang from ledges. L3 drops him into a crouch, making him less visible and enabling him to sneak. An iris effect appears on screen when he's harder to detect, like when he slips into long grass and becomes barely visible. When enemies are unaware, you can perform a death blow immediately. This red dot signals that it's available, and one press of R1 will activate it. For most enemies, this is enough to kill them instantly, like this, and this. Some enemies though are a little tougher and will take multiple death blows. The number needed is represented by these dots next to their health bar. Stealth attacks can also be performed from ledges and from the air using plunging death blow attacks. These stealth attacks are powerful because even pretty basic enemies can be awkward given the chance. Getting rid of them quickly and quietly is a real advantage. In fact, opening up your opponent to a death blow is probably the main objective of all Sekiro's combat situations. With stealth, it's automatic. When the enemy knows you're there, it becomes about posture. Posture is the mechanic through which Sekiro controls its excellent sword combat. Both you and your enemy have a posture bar in any given encounter. The aim is to protect your posture while filling your enemy's bar, which then opens them up to a death blow. You do that by landing your attacks and, crucially, by deflecting theirs. Deflections are pulled off by pressing L1 right before your enemy's blow lands, resulting in a metallic clash and a boost to their bar. In fact, while you can kill most smaller enemies by chipping away at their health, for stronger enemies, bosses and mini-bosses, the only way to kill them is with a death blow. It's still useful to lower their health. The less health they have, the more quickly their posture bar fills and the more slowly they recover. But, for example, landing more regular attacks on this samurai general isn't doing any good. But when he's this weak, breaking his posture is easy. As for your own posture, getting hit and blocking attacks deplete it the most. Look at this bit of fight against General Kawarada. I block, then deflect, and then get hit. The block and the hit fill my bar considerably, but the deflection barely at all. In the end, I do a straight block again, and my posture is broken. Remember, there's no stamina in Sekiro, so there's no reason not to dodge and attack as much as you like, but the posture system will punish you for blocking repeatedly. This makes deflecting very powerful. Almost every attack in the game can be deflected, even huge blows from giant enemies, and it turns the combat into a reflection of the shinobi style of fighting. Patient, skillful, and about turning your opponent's attacks back on themselves. During combat, especially against more powerful enemies, you'll also come up against perilous attacks. These are signalled by a floating character, which literally means danger, like this, and can take a couple of different forms. Low sweep attacks, which you need to jump at just the right time, and thrusting attacks, which counterintuitively you need to step into while pressing circle to counter like this. Combat therefore becomes about trying to read your opponent, watching for perilous attacks, looking for an opening, perhaps blocking or dodging attacks that you can't read so well, and waiting for a chance to deflect and create the opportunity for a death blow. The deflection and posture systems make Sekiro so different from Dark Souls and Bloodborne that it's difficult to compare them. This is quicker, tenser and more finely balanced, and working for a death blow opening is like a fight within the fight. You do have tools to help you though, and to stop Sekiro from being a nerve-shredding duel against every bad guy. The Wolf's Shinobi Prosthetic can be fitted with various weapon attachments. You can cycle between them by pressing triangle and use the special ability with R2. A few things to mention. Each use of the prosthetic weapon uses spirit emblems, a consumable that you find on dead enemies and around the world. Some attacks use more than others. And prosthetic attacks can be chained with katana strikes for combo attacks. Blow flame with the prosthetic, for example, and your follow-up gives you a flaming sword for a few seconds. Throw a shuriken and your attack will dash forward to take advantage of the opening. One key thing about the prosthetic weapons is that they're effective against particular enemies. These lowly shield guys are actually quite difficult to take out in open combat, unless you have an axe handy to crack them to pieces. Some enemies, like this chained ogre, really hate fire. Like, really hate it. Look not just at the damage it's doing, but how it's affecting his posture bar, opening him up to a finish. There's lots more to Sekiro's combat, other prosthetic tools, learnable skills and skill paths, but these are the basics. It's a new system based on stealth, posture and dueling that puts the onus on reading and engaging with your enemies when you can't slip past them altogether. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is out on the 22nd of March. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to Access for more like this from the world of PlayStation, and we'll see you soon.
For the players.